Happy Friday, everybody. I did not forget about you. I did fall asleep though, so that's why it's so late. Happy Friday. I scheduled a massage, and after my massage, I just was real chill and real chill. So that's why I'm coming on a lot later, but I still wanted to make sure I came on and share some love. I'm Dr. Delicia Haynes, the founder and CEO of Family First Health Center, double board certified in family medicine, obesity medicine. And my mission, I shine a light for medical students in their darkest hours and help them overcome stress and depression so that they can share their gifts with the world. And that's why I come on every week to do that. So a little bit late tonight, but I still wanted to come on and talk a little bit about kind of managing energy. So most people know that I'm actually more of an introvert, even though I do a lot of extroverted things as an entrepreneur and building my business. So, a lot of people who similarly get their energy from being more, by themselves and, off in the cut. Maybe a lot of people don't realize that I am introverted because I do so many things that are kind of more on the extroverted spectrum. Hey, how are you? So I wanted to come on because yesterday I took my entire team to the Jack Canfield conference in Orlando. So when I was in medical school, one of the things that was really important for me, and one of the things that I did, was I listened to daily affirmations. And Jack Canfield had a CD series. It's one of his older works that was called Self-Esteem and Peak Performance. And I forget which CD it was, but there was one that all it was positive affirmations. And so he would be saying things like, everything good in me increases and grows, and then you would say that back to yourself. So, when I was in medical school, when I was in one of those really, really dark moments, when I had taken time off to be treated for depression and was just really, feeling terrible because some of my friends were concerned about not knowing if I would return. And at the time, I wasn't 100% sure that I was going to be, able to come back. And it was just a really tough, time. And so I talk a lot about engaging all of the senses in your treatment. And that was one of the things that I did in order to have some positive voices, coming in, was making sure that I was listening to people like him. So I'd drive around and listen to that CD series with the positive affirmations. So when I found out that Jack Canfield was going to be in Orlando, which is less than an hour from me, I was like, oh, I'm going. So I was amongst the first people to buy my ticket. And I also wanted to make sure that my team got a chance to experience him as well. So he does a lot with personal development and success. And I want my team to be successful, not just on the job, but in their personal lives as well. So very rarely do we close the entire clinic down for training, but I thought that this was important enough to do so. So he sent out messages to all of our patients so that they would know. We packed everybody up, and we actually took one special guest. We had a ticket, and so we allowed one of our members to come, one of our patients to come, and that was really, really special as well. So we all kind of got there and got to experience this training, and I decided I was going to go all in. So I went. I was the VIP. I made myself sit on the front row. And I told myself that if he asked for a volunteer, I'm going to raise my hand. Now, anyone that knows me knows that my entire life, I could probably count on one hand how many times I've raised my hand in a classroom or anything. I just was not that person. But this conference, I sat front and center, and of course he asked for a volunteer. And I raised my hand, and of course he chose me. And so I was up there on the stage with Jack Canfield, and he was doing a muscle testing demonstration where, someone is just kind of like pressing on you, and it's more of an energetic thing where they'll ask you to say something that's a lie, and you have less strength when you're not, in your truth. And so when he asked me to tell something that wasn't true, he was able to kind of force my arm down easier than when I was kind of standing in my truth. So that was just a really special moment. And moments later, there was a medical emergency in the conference, and one of the attendees had a seizure. So I was not near them, but kind of as word spread and they were asking if there's a medical professional in the room, of course, I raised my hand again and was directed to where that person was and was able to kind of help out with that situation. I was really glad I had my team then as well, because as soon as they saw me run to that side of the room, they started running that side of the room, and one of my team members, Chantel, was the one that actually called 911 and got them en route. And so and that person did fine and did well and was stabilized and everything, and so that was fantastic. But they were really grateful that there were physicians in the room, and there were about 500 people. I never really expect to be the only physician, and I wasn't this time either. There was another physician who came over who was a dermatologist, and he was happy that I was there, because he definitely, when he was like, yeah, I was hoping that there was someone that was more primary care in the room, although he did great as well. But it was great that everybody was there, and that obviously that the individual did fine. But it was an amazing day of just self-development, and I was just really happy to share that with my team, because we're all trying to do our best, and so making sure that you're putting yourself in the best circumstances for you to grow. It's challenging to grow sometimes, but it's so important that who you surround yourself with. And so not only do I want to grow, I want my entire team to grow, not because I'm trying to change them, because they're awesome, but I just want them to be the best versions of themselves and be happy. So it was a really special time. That's where we were yesterday. Thank you to all of my patients who were understanding about us needing to kind of fill ourselves up so that we can serve you guys at a higher level. And today, after being in a room of 500 people and that sort of thing, today was kind of chill mode. So today I scheduled a massage. I fell asleep, which is again why I'm on so late tonight. And for those of us who are kind of more introverted and we get our energy from being alone, it's so important that you schedule time, some downtime, after you have been really extroverted. And I call myself a situational extrovert. So if the need arises, I can come and I can bring it, but right afterwards, I'm wanting to kind of sit somewhere by myself and just kind of be. So it's important if you're that type of person and that's how you kind of re-energize, that anytime that you're scheduling something that is more of an extroverted thing, whether you're on the stage, whether you're in a situation where you're helping someone else and it's a kind of a more tense situation, it's important that you schedule yourself, that you use your calendar to keep yourself grounded. So today was definitely a day where, I did go into the office and took care of just a few things. But for the most part, I was really kind of, more withdrawn, but not withdrawn in a bad way, withdrawn in a way of re-energizing. And I took some time to read, and Jack Canfield's team was happy that I responded in the way that I did, and they gave me some amazing material to look over. I think I have everything now of theirs, but I just wanted to come on really quick. It's a little bit late, but I didn't want to miss sharing and showing you guys some love. But I do think it's so important that you use your calendar to your advantage. So if you know kind of how your energy levels kind of flow, it's important that you know that if you're giving a lot, sometimes you've got to make sure that you're receiving as well, and to make sure that you've got that balance. So if you're in a really extroverted situation, make sure that you're scheduling yourself to have some downtime, some grounding time, whether it's in nature or just, at home for me, that you're using your schedule to give yourself what you need. So hope you have an amazing weekend. Again, my name is Dr. Delicia. I'm double board certified in family medicine and obesity medicine. And I shine a light for medical students in their darkest hours so they can overcome stress and depression. And there'll be more to come about that. But you can follow me across social media at Dr. Delicia MD. That's DrDeelicia MD. And I will see you next time. Have a great night. Love you guys.